Hi everyone, my name is Alex. Let me now introduce you to the next project. In this project we will build this agency website or this agency portfolio website using Elementor, and we'll just use the free version of Elementor. Alright, let's start. After we have built our header, we will scroll down and you see that we have this About Us section. Afterwards, what we need to do is we need to build our portfolio. And if you hover over an image, you see that we have here the industry itself and a call to action. So after clicking here, the customer, if this would be a real website, should see the homepage itself. Alright, so the next section is the FAQ section. And you see here we have this question, and after clicking on the question, we see the appropriate answer. Afterwards, we have a price table. Here, in this example, we offer 3 different services. You see that we have here listed our details and we have a price tag. Afterwards, I will show you how to build this simple kind of contact form. And in the backend, we will configure everything properly. So after we click on submit, a few seconds later, you will receive a message in your email folder. Right? And then in the last 2 steps, we create this Google Maps and the footer area. Alright, so as you can see, we have this kind of menu. So let me just scroll up. So our menu looks like this. And when we start scrolling down, you see that we will have this black background. And yeah, this menu is fixed. And you can also click, for example, let's say you want to take a look on the FAQ section, and you can click on FAQ and this menu will navigate us to the section we want. Right, so this is actually the project, a simple overview, and I've also prepared this kind of ugly to-do list. It just should show you what's next, and after I've introduced you to the project, I can mark it as green. And then we'll jump ahead directly to the next, step and finish it. And you can see here that we will proceed with the plugins installation. Again, everything is free. You don't need to use the paid version of Elementor. Then we will create our header section, our about section, our portfolio, our FAQ, the pricing table, the contact section, Google Maps. We will create a simple logo. And afterwards I will show you how we can build this kind of menu, which I just have shown you. And we will end this project by building our footer and change the fav icon. Alright guys, thank you very much for listening to me, and I see you in the next section where we will install all our plugins. Alright, this is our starting point, and as I told you, we will build this website from scratch with the free version of Elementor. And this is actually everything in German, and give me just 1 second, I will change it to English and then we can start installing our plugins. Okay, so here we are fine, and let me again show you the to-do list, and now we need to install these 6 plugins, and afterwards we can start building our agency homepage. Let's do it. Okay, so first of all we need to click on plugins, add new, and then let's search for the first one and the most important one. This is Elementor. Right, let's install this. So it's this one, Elementor Website Builder. Click on install now. Now it takes a few seconds. Afterwards click on activate. And this procedure we need to do with the next 5 plugins. So I know this is a little bit of a tedious task, but it needs to be done, and afterwards we can start working. So next one is the typing effect. So you have seen that in our homepage we have this kind of typing effect. Let me show you. It's this one, and in order to being able to do this, we need to install this plugin here. Okay, so it's a typing effect by 93 Digital. click on install now, and again click on activate, and then we can proceed with the next one. The next one is the premium add-ons. So it's this one by Leap13. Click on install now, and afterwards click on activate. So as you can see, for every plugin we need to install it and then to activate everything, and then we can start. So the next one is the Happy Add-ons. Happy Add, I don't know, it's Happy Add-on or Add-ons, let's see. Yeah, it's this one, Happy Add-ons for Elementor by WE Devs. Install now. Let's activate it. And now let's go for the next one. It's the Contact Form 7. Sorry, Contact Form. Yep, this one. Now let's activate it. And our last plugin is the Simple Custom CSS and JS. Simple Custom CSS. Yep, it's this one by silkypress.com. Let's activate it. Okay, so now we are good to go. What we can do next is let's scroll down, or yeah, scroll up, sorry, and we need to click on themes. Right, let's click on themes. Let's choose this 2019 themes. Click on activate. So it needs a few seconds until it's set up. Okay, now we can proceed. What we need to do is we need to create our home page. Click on this page link here, right? And then, or hover over this pages link and click on add new. So now we need to create our home page, and we can do it by just typing in here home. And now you need to click on page attributes, and from this template area you need to select the Elementor canvas, then publish, and let's publish it again. And now you see that this page is live and this page here is published. Alright, and then we can start. Let's click on edit with Elementor. And now this page needs a few seconds to load. And you see here, this is our, yeah, let's call it our new scratch. And now we have this Elementor interface here, and we can start to build our website. So again, this is our Elementor interface. If you want to go back to the WordPress backend, what you need to do is click on this menu here, click on exit to dashboard, and now you see that we are here again. What you also can do is go back to your pages site, and then if you hover over this home page, you see we can click on edit with Elementor, do a right click, open new tab. So this is actually my way of working. So in the left tab I have this WordPress backend, and here I have this Elementor interface. Okay, let's start with our header section. For this you need to click on this plus sign, add new section, and click on the very left one. From here you can click on this 6 dots, edit section, go to the style, right, go to the background overlay, and here we need to upload our image. So actually you have different kind of possibilities where you can get your images from. For example, a good free resource is unsplash.com. Another one is pexels.com. This is also free. Then you have shutterstock.com. This is not a free website. Here you need to pay for your pictures, but if you register for the first time, you get 10 photos for free if you want to pay for this, but actually there is no need for this one, so you can just use the free version like pexels.com and unsplash.com. So then go to select files, and now in the next step you need to drop or drag and drop your picture here, what you want to use. And after it's loading we can use it, and this will be our background image. Okay, so, actually it's not the right one, sorry. I want to take another one, and it's actually this one, so my mistake. So give it a few seconds, and after it's loading we can just use it. And again, let me show you the final website for those of you who have maybe forgot how it how it's looked like. So this is actually our final website, right? Here we have this background image which we will insert right now, and afterwards we can go ahead and create this typing effect. Okay, so let's proceed with this one. Click on this image, insert media, and now we see that this section is actually very small. What we can do is click on edit section, go to layout, and now we can choose the min height out of this height option. Click on min height, and here you have the ability to use pixels, the view height and the view width. I almost always work with the view height, and the maximum is 100. That means we have the full screen if we choose the 100 view height. But for now, let's say we want to go for 90. And in the next step, let's go back again to our picture. It's inside this style tab, background overlay. And this is actually what we have just uploaded, right? Let's choose position. It should be center, right? And now we can work a little bit with the color and with the opacity. Let's go ahead and choose the background color. This should be black. And what we can do now is click on color, choose the black color here. Right, and in the next step, what I always do is, if I know I will use this color more often, I click on this plus sign. So here we can create a global color, and now let's just name it as black. And every time I need to use the black color again, I just can click on this globus or whatever the sign here is, and then I can click on this one, and then I don't need to search the right color which I need right now. Okay, so this was this step, and then we can go back again and play a little bit with the opacity. So here you see that this opacity changes, and for now I would say let's go for some kind of, I guess this opacity is okay. So let's say 0.3, and now let's proceed. And before we go on, let's choose out of the size element, let's choose the cover, right? And this is actually what I want to have, right? This is it covers everything which we see on this picture, and this is what we want. And now let's go ahead and see how we can use the typing effect. Now we need to use the heading widget. So let's click on this one and choose the heading widget and drag it inside this column here, right? And you see we have this stripe. This comes actually along with the theme which we have chosen for this project, but we can get rid of it on different methods. For now, what I will do is I will change this H2 to H3, right? And now we don't see this anymore, right? And for the text itself, we need to type in premium agency, right? Premium agency with a dash, and let's change this color to white, right? Let's do it. Let's change it to white, set this as a global color, exactly the same what we have done with the black one. So let's do it with white. Click on create, Afterwards, we need to go back to our backend and click on typing effect. So it's actually here. This, as you can remember, this was one of the plugins we have installed in the very beginning. So click on typing effect, and now we need to put down everything what needs to be typed and then removed, right? So we start with SEO, we proceed with web design, and then we click on add row, and we want to add the photography. Okay, so that's it. Oh, sorry, you don't need to do this, so click on remove. Here you have different options. You can click on loop, and now I guess this is done. So click on generate shortcode, and in the next step what you need to do is you need to copy this one. So go ahead and copy this code back to our page, and now you can just paste it here, right? And if you do this, click on update, and on this side nothing will actually change, but you can click on this eye here on preview changes. Click on this and you see in the next or in another tab we have a new window, and this seems to work. So we have our three words, or our three services. Okay, so this is actually the beginning, and now what we need to do is we need to change the color. We want to have this typing effect in red. We also want to change the font size and the font family, and also the typing speed, because in my opinion this is a little bit too fast. We can reduce the typing speed. Yeah, so this is actually what we need to do right now. Let's go back to our Elementor editing interface. And what we want to do in the first step is we want to change the color. So you need to click on, or not to click, but take a look on the title itself. This is actually what we have written down, right? It's Premium Agency, and then we have inserted this shortcode. Okay, so now you need to focus this area which you want to display in the red color, or the color you want to have. So in this project, in this tutorial, I will go for the red color, and here we will work with the span tag. Actually, I don't want to go too much into depth why we use this one, but yeah, just follow me and you will see that we can change this to the red color. If you want to have a tutorial in depth why we use it exactly like this, let me know in the comment section and I will explain it in more detail. Okay, so for now let's write down span, right, with an opening tag, then write style, right, style equals to color, right, color, and now we need to go with a route sign FF0000, right, and then we need to close this this tag, and you see that we have this color here. So actually this this is a hex code, color double F and 4 times 0. Now you can just mark it, click on copy, and now let's paste it in Google, right? And you see that we can choose a color or setting up colors in different ways, and this is just an example of a hex code of the red color. So it's nothing complicated, just as a quick side note. Okay, so this is actually it. Click on update, click on this eye again, and you see here that now we have this typing stuff in the red color. Now let's go to style, typography. Let's choose a different font family. Let's go for Montserrat, and let's also increase the font size. Let's go for, let's make something big. Let's say 65, for example. Right, click on update, click on the eye again, and now I think this looks fine. So okay, I like it. And I also told you that I want to decrease a little bit the speed. So instead of having this 40 here, type speed 40, let's go ahead and change it to 200. Update. Click on preview changes. And now this is a little bit slower. So let's check it out. Web design and photography. Okay, so this was the demonstration how we can use the typing effect plugin. And now in the next step, what we need to do is we need to create the About Us section. But before we do so, let's just put a small border, because I just like it. And now let's do this. So click on Edit Section. Go to, so let me just check where it is. It's here on the Style tab. Click on Border. Then click on Solid, right? And then in the next step, what you need to do is you need to click on Link Values Together. Actually, you need to unclick it because it's clicked by default when I choose the solid type. So let's unclick it. And now we need to have a border at the bottom. Let's say we choose it with 3 pixels. We want to have the red color, right? So this should be actually the same hex code what we choose here. So let me just take a look how the hex code for this one was. It was let me just copy this, right? So I will copy it, go back to the border, right? Edit section. Then we go to border, and here we need to choose the color. Let me just do it. You can paste your hex code here. Right click, paste, and you see that this red color was chosen. Again, let's set it up as a global color. And so it's, wait 1 second, you need to click on this plus sign. So click on plus, and here let's type in red, click on create, and now we have this small red border here. All right, and now let's proceed with the About Us section. Again, let me just demonstrate you the final page. Now we will work on this section here. For this, we need to scroll down a little bit and create a new section. Let's do it. And after we've done this, we need to choose a heading, right? And we don't want to use this heading, we want to use the premium heading. So let me just take a look where this premium heading is. It's this one. It also came along with one of the widget we installed in the beginning. So let's drag and drop it here. And now I need to update something. Let me just click on update. And first let me update this site here, and then I have to update something which is related to this premium heading. So let's do it. I don't know exactly what it is. Okay, I need to upgrade to Font Awesome 5. Let's do it. Click on continue. This is just a short interruption, and now I guess everything is fine. So again, let's type premium heading, drag and drop it here, and now we have different styles which comes along with the premium heading. For example, style 2, but this is actually not what we want. We want to use the style 7, right, with this stripe on the top. And what I want to do now is I want to align everything in the center. Here I want to change the title itself. Let's write down About Us, our team, right? Change the color itself. It should be the black color. And now, since we have saved the black color as a global color, just can click on this globus here and click on black, right? And the same applies to the stripe, but this should be actually red. So let's click it here and click on red. All right. Next, want to choose the Montserrat again. So let's go ahead, write down Montserrat. And as a size, let's say you want to use the, let's say 30 38 or 39. All right. And yeah, we can also play around a little bit with the stripe itself. Let's do it. You have the stripe height, right? And we have the stripe width. Let's see. So it was the stripe. Yeah, this is stripe width. Yeah, we can just leave it like this, and I guess, yeah, this looks okay. Next, we need to create another section, because as you can remember, on the left side we have our picture, and on the right side we have our text element. Right, let's do it. Let's create another section, and now we need to use this one. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and use the image widget. So it's this one, right? Let's drag it here, and now I will just choose an image which I have downloaded before. Again, go to Unsplash or Pexels, choose a picture you like, and then you can use this picture. So for now, I will drag and drop it inside this media area, and after a few seconds of loading, you can just use it. So let's wait, and now let's click on Insert. Right, this is our picture. I don't want to modify it, and this is why I will leave it for now here. And what I also want to do is I want to set up a border. Right, let me just find this border stuff. It's here. So advanced, then we go to border, click on solid, right, and now let's choose a width of, yeah, let's say 3 pixels again. Okay, let's click on the globus, and now we go for the red color. This is what I want. So now we have this red border. Again, choose any color you want. This is actually what I like for this tutorial, and this is why we'll go ahead with the with this color. Okay, so on the right side, what we need to do is we need to use the text editor. Let's drag and drop it here, and here we can just write one text about the team spirit, you know, just to have introduced the team a little bit. Okay, so I don't want to bore you too much, and I don't want to waste time, so I will just copy a text which I have written previously. I will paste it inside this area, and here what I've done, I've just written something what I think is sounds a little bit okay, and here you can just mark it as bold, or you can remove the bold stuff and so on and so forth. You can mark it as italic. I guess you have this point, right? And here let me just read it out to you. So teamwork makes dream work. For many people this is just a simple quote. For us this is the spirit in the DNA of our company. Team stands for together, everyone achieves more. This is actually a quote I found on Google. And we are 5 passionate individuals who will do whatever it takes to get your project done. Founded in 2015, we have specialized in the field of SEO, web design and photography. Feel free to go through our portfolio. Okay, so this is actually the simple About Us section. And in the next step, what we want to do is we need to create our portfolio. So, and before we proceed, I guess I need to change the color to black, because I think it looks better. Yep, let's make it this way. And now we have changed the color. And in the next step, let's create our portfolio. And before we proceed with the portfolio, let me just put this text a little bit at the top, and then we can proceed. So click on this pencil here, go to advanced, unclick this link values together, and here you can play a little bit around with the margins. And for now I want to have this on the top. So let's say until here, right? And then click on update, click on preview changes. And now we can take a look how our website or how our project looks right now. So this is it. This is our section for the moment. And now let's go ahead and create this portfolio stuff. So again, what we want to achieve is the following. We want to have 6 pictures of 6 different industries, right? And if we hover over a picture, we have the industry name and the call to action, so see homepage. And this we want to do for every industry. Let's go ahead and let's do this. First, let's create again our heading. So let's click on plus, then add a new section. And here what we can do is we can just copy the last heading so that we keep the style. So let's click on copy, click on this plus symbol, right click and paste. And now you see that we have the exact same text with the exact same style, obviously. But why did I do this? So if I just change the text, I don't need to figure out again the font size, font style, and so on and so forth, font family. So it will keep the same, and I can just change the text itself. Alright, so now what I want to do, I want to have a little bit of spacing. So you have different options how you can achieve it. What I will do right now is I go to the widget area, then I take this spacer, right, and I drag it over here, and now we have the spacing. And what we can also do is we can do this for the About Us section also. So let's do this here. Let's grab the spacer and drop it here. Okay, now we have a little bit of space, and I think this just looks a little bit cleaner. All right, and now let's proceed and let's insert our portfolio. For this, we need to go ahead and grab again one new section. So let's do it. And for this one, we need to have 3 columns, not just one. So you can either directly click on this element here, or you go for the normal section with 1 column, and then you click on add new column. So it's actually up to you. So let's do it right now this way. So now we have 3 different columns. And now what we need to do is click on this plus sign, go to the widget area, and now type in hover. And this is actually what we need. So it's the image hover effect. It comes along with the Happy add-on plugin, which we have also installed in the beginning. So take it and drop it here, right? And you see this is the default style. This is obviously not what we want to achieve for our project, but we need to start somewhere. Alright, so first of all, let's go ahead and let's change the size itself, right? So let's click on this pen here, edit image hover effect, go to style, and now we need to change the width. So you see the default width is 480. For now, let's decrease it to 360, and now this looks definitely more clear. And in the next step, what we want to do is we want to insert our image. So click on the Content tab, choose an image, and here I've already saved a few images I want to work with, and I will just drag and drop it inside this media file or this media area. Okay, so the first one is the car repair industry, and after it's loading, I will show you how we can proceed. So now we're good to go. Click on Insert Media, and this is actually the picture which we want to have. In the next step, click on this pen again, and if you scroll down, you see that we have this hover effect. Here in this hover effect, we have different opportunities. So let's click on this. And let's say you want to go for Goliath, right? If you hover over it, you see that this picture changes after hovering. If you go with the, let's say, Moses, you see that this is happening. But for now, what we want to do is we want to go with Bubba or Baba, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. And this is actually what we want to have, right? So next what we need to do is we need to change the text. So it's the title. This is the default one. Let's remove it and let's write down car repair. This is number 1. The description is C homepage. Okay, so this is our text, but it's not aligned properly. And now let's go ahead and modify it. Okay, to change the title itself, let's click on this pen again. Let's scroll up, let's click on style. And now we want to go ahead, click on title typography. In the next step, we want to choose the, choose the size. So let's say we want to go for 34 pixels. So this is pixel 34, right? In the next step, let's change the font family. Let's go for Montserrat. And then in the next step, we want to do the same for the description typography. Let's see what we can choose here. Again, change the font family. And actually, I think the default size is okay. We can leave it like this. So let's close the comment section. Now let's go ahead and go for the background overlay. Here we have two different options. We have the normal one and the hover one. So the normal background overlay, let's make it black. Again, click on this globus, click on black, and you see now it's a little bit darker, right? So this is what we have at the moment. And let's change the hover effect to red. So let's click on this hover section. And every time we hover over this picture, we want to have it as red. Let's do it. And now it's actually looking like this. So actually this is what I like. I like the style. If you guys don't like the style and if you think, okay, this is very, very ugly, feel free to choose a different color or actually a different hover effect. And you can choose it here in this content tab. Scroll down to the hover effect. But now we go for Bubba or Baba and we leave it like this. Alright, so as mentioned in the beginning, we want to have 6 different portfolio elements. That means what we can do is we can just right click here on this column, click on duplicate, right? And now let's click on duplicate again. So right click, duplicate. Now this looks a little bit weird, but you see we have right now 5 columns. As you can remember, we had 3 columns in the beginning, and now we have, I guess, 5. Yeah. So you can just remove the unnecessary columns, and you will see that everything will be aligned properly. Okay, so this looks fine. And alright, so these are 3 portfolio elements. We want to have 6. So go ahead, click on edit section, right click, duplicate, and you see that now we have 6 different portfolio elements. What we need to do now is we need to change the pictures and to change the text, because the style itself, font size, font family, background normal, background on hover, and so on and so forth will remain the same. What we need to do again, change picture and change the text itself. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go ahead, click on this pen, choose image, and I will actually drop all the images which I will use right now inside this media area. So I think you have understood the concept, how we will proceed. If you guys have any kind of questions, please let me know. And then I will definitely try to help you out. So, but for now we need 5 more pictures, right? So this car guy was the first one. Here we have 4 more pictures, and actually I need 1 last picture. So let me take a look what the last one is, what's missing here. So give me just 1 moment. Okay, got it. So this is the last picture. Okay, now we need to wait for a few more seconds and then we will be good to go. All right, so the portfolio item number 2 is the e-commerce, right? Click on this picture, insert it. Now let's click on the pen again, change the text. It's e-commerce. And yeah, so this call to action, see homepage, will remain the same. For this one, let's change it again. So I want to close this window here. Okay, let's do it again. So click on pen, choose image, click on this hotel image, insert it, change the text. So it's hotels. All right, next one is the education item. Again, change the text, education. All right. Next one is the transport. Click on this truck here, insert the media, change the text, it's the transport. And the last one is the real estate portfolio item. So let's click on this picture, insert media, change the text, real estate. Let's update this page and let's see how it's look like at the moment. Again, click on preview changes and you will see that this page here is updating, and now we can see what we have built so far. Okay, so we have the About Us section, we have the portfolio section, and everything seems to work correctly. Okay, so this looks good. Next, what we need to do is we need to build, let me just show you. So this is the finished project. So we need to build right now the FAQ section. All right, let's jump directly into it. So let me just put this finished project away. And let's open again what we have right now. Okay, so the logic is again the same. Let's create one new section. Let's copy this header here. Right click, copy. Paste it inside the section. Now let's modify our title. Title is frequently asked questions. Okay, this is what we want. And yeah, we can go again and choose the spacer just to make sure that we have a little bit of space here. Okay, good. So next, again, click on the plus sign, add new section, and now we need to choose the accordion widget. So let's go ahead and do this. Click on this plus sign, and now let's choose the widgets. Type in accordion, and now we see that actually I can't find what I'm searching for. We need the advanced accordion from a different package. It's not this one, it's a different one. So let me just go back to the backend and let's take a look what I have messed up. So let me just take a look. So let's go to plugins. We need to go for the essential add-ons, and I think I've forgotten to, yes, I've forgotten to install it. So let's go to the plugin section, click on add new, then go ahead and type in essential add-on, and let's see. Yes, this is what I've forgotten to install. So essential add-ons for Elementor. Let's do it right now. And after it's installing or the installation is finished, click on activate, click on next, 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 and finish. And now we receive this happy smiley here, and we are good to go. So back to our interface, update this page, refresh this page. And now if everything worked fine so far, we should see what we need to see. So click on the widgets, go ahead and type in accordion, and now you see that we have a little bit more features here. And this is what we are searching for: Advanced Accordion from the Essential Add-ons plugin. So grab it, put it here, and this is actually the default state. It's not, it's actually a little bit ugly, right? But now let's go ahead and modify it. First, let's go ahead and create all the content which we need for this section, and then we can take care of the styling itself. So, Content tab, scroll down until Content Settings, right? And here we have these 3 different settings. We want to have 4 questions, and now we need to do our writing. So the first question is, what services do you offer? Oh, sorry, I have actually this caps element. Again, what services do you offer? And in the answer section, let's just remove everything here. So if you click on this one, you see this is the answer section. This is just some kind of blind text. And let's remove everything from here and write down as the answer, we offer services and SEO, web design, and photography. So this is our question and answer number 1. Let's close this tab. Next one. Question number 2 is, what if the what is the pricing structure? This is the next question. What is the pricing structure for your services? And as the answer, let's go ahead and first of all remove this blind text here. And now let's write down, it depends on the individual service. Please take a look at the pricing table below. So actually at the moment we don't have a pricing table below, but we will do it after we have finished this FAQ section. Okay, let's close this this tab here. Next question, is your company hiring? Let's write it down. Is your company hiring? Company. So, and as the answer, let's write down. So first, again, remove everything. Then write down, we are always looking for talented and motivated people. Get in touch by using our contact form below or message us directly. Okay, so this is number 3. And make sure that from time to time you click on update, so if your computer crashes, that you have saved your changes. And the last tab, or the last question, is, do you have a physical location? Question mark. So, and in the answer section, let's just write down, yes, we are located in the center of Berlin, Germany. During the COVID period, our team is working from home. Okay, so here we have just done our 4 questions, 4 answers. Let's update it again, and now we can go ahead and take care for the styling. For this, let's click on the Style tab, and now let's see what we can do. So first, let's scroll down, let's click on tab Style, and we can start with the icon size. Here we can modify it. Let's say we want to have it, let's say 15, right? The icon gap, I guess it's okay here. So the default one was 10. We will leave it like this. Now, if you scroll down, you see that we can change the background type. So what we want to have here is, let's first click on this one, click on the color, and here we can play with the opacity, right? So let's go ahead and remove everything. So if you go to the left, you see that the opacity is 0, right? It doesn't matter what color you choose, just as a side fact. For example, let's say you choose the green one. If you put this opacity to the very left, it will be just, you have no background color, right? So we will leave it like this. And in the next step, what we want to do is we want to change the text color, or actually we can leave it like this. So the white stuff, what you can see here, this is on hover. We will take care of it in the next step. But first of all, let's work on this window here. So without hovering everything, or something, sorry. Okay, so next one is the icon color. Let's click on the color itself. Let's make it red. And what we can do again, click on the globus, click on red. And this is what we want to have, right? And then what we can also modify is this, this toggle caret. Let's do it by clicking on toggle caret style, right? And caret color is also red. And now I guess we are good to go. So this is our styling without the hover effects. And now we need to take a look how we want to style everything when we hover over these elements. So let's scroll up again to the tab style. And at the moment you see, if we hover over, we can't see anything, right? And we want to change it. So click on hover. And here we can change everything, right? So let's say we want to start with the text color. We want to remain it how it is without hovering, right? Click on this globus, click on black. Icon color will be also red or remain the same. Click on the globus, click on red. And now you see that nothing changes when we go with our mouse over the questions itself. But what we want to have is we want to change the background color. So click on the symbol here, click on color, and now let's choose a light gray. So let's see. So wait, this is not what we want. We want to have something like this. So this is a little bit, grayish, reddish. I don't know how to call this color, but this is more or less what we want to have. So 1 second, maybe I find something what I like more. Let's see. Nah. So let's just go for this one. So if you can see, if we hover over these questions, the background color has changed. Let's go for this one. And next, let's click on the question. You see that when this question is active or activated, or if we click on this question, we can't see anything. So we can't see it, but we want to change it. So for this one, let's click on active, right? And if we click on the active state, we want to have, again, text color should be black, icon color should remain red, and then this is actually what we want to have. Next, we want to decrease a little bit our font size, and let's see how we can manage it. So if you scroll a little bit down, you see that here we have this content style. Let's click on this. And here what we want to do is we want to click on typography on this pen. Again, change the font family to Montserrat. And now we can play around a little bit with the size. And I guess we can choose the 16 pixels. And now I guess we are fine. Okay. So this looks decent. Let's just leave it like this. click on update, click on our page, on our preview page, scroll down. This is actually our FAQ section. Here we have all our questions and the answers. All right, so we can't, yes, we can see it here. Okay, so this looks good. Let's move ahead. And the next step, what we want to create is, so let me drag the final project. Now we need to go and create this pricing table. Again, same logic, click on the plus sign, new section. Here we can copy the heading, click on paste, go for the spacing to make a little bit more space here. And now let's change the title itself. Let's write down pricing table. And now let's see what widget we can use to have our price tag. So I would suggest let's go ahead and use this one. So this comes also along with the Essential Add-ons plugin, which we have installed a few minutes ago. Right, let's take it. Let's drop it here. And now you see that we have one big pricing table, but we want to have 3 of them in one row. So let's go to Edit Pricing Table, right click, duplicate, and this is actually not what I want to have. So let me just delete it, and I will just do something different. Right click, delete again. Here I will create a new structure, new section. I will go for this 3 columns here. Click on it, click on the plus sign, and now let's choose the pricing table again. Drop it here, and this is actually what we want to have. Now you can just duplicate it, duplicate again, and you see that the previous 2 columns we can just delete, and now we have aligned the 3 pricing tables. Okay, and now let's go ahead and change the titles, then the pricing structure, the details, and also the color of the button itself. So our first package is the SEO. Let's just write it down. So SEO. Next one is web design. Finally, we have the photography. So it's photography. All right, then let's move ahead to the pricing structure. Let's see what we can change here. And let's say we want to, for example, leave the SEO package with $99 a month. So these are just random numbers. And for the web design, let's go and make this a little bit more expensive. Let's say we want to charge $199 a month. And finally, for the photography, we don't want to offer a monthly package, but an hourly package. So let's click on this area here, click on price. Let's say we want to charge $150, and here we don't want to charge it for the month, but for each hour. Okay, so this is the pricing structure. Again, we start with the text elements, and then we will modify the styling. Now let's change the features or the details which come along with the packages. So let's click again on, okay, content is already clicked. So feature, right? And let's limit this on 3 different features and not 5. So actually I started with this one. I want to start with this. So click on this pen here, then go to feature, eliminate 2 of them, and now let's modify this one. So first we want to provide the consulting service, then the Shopify SEO, and lastly the video SEO. Video SEO. All right, so number one. Then what do we have inside this web design package? Again, remove 2 of the features and edit the remaining 3. So first one is the personal homepage. Number 2 is the photo sourcing, and number 3 is the logo design. Okay, so this is it for the web design. And for the photography, let's write down event photography, number 1. Number 2 is social media photography. I will just copy this text, paste it here, and remove event, replace it with social media photography. Okay, and last thing is the photo editing. Okay, so this is actually our package. Let's click on update, and now let's take care of the style. For this, let's click on the style tab, and we can start from the top. So here we have the pricing table style. I guess we can leave it for now like it is. So let's close it. Now let's go for the header. And inside the header, what we can do is we can also leave everything like it is. Yeah, except the typography of the header itself. Let's click on this pen and let's make it a little bit smaller. So let's say we want to have it, let's say 40. So this is right now a little bit slower. Again, I have started with this one. Okay, so there is one simple trick, if you want to call this a trick actually. So let's say we have changed the font size of this pricing table, but you see here these 2 font styles or font sizes were the same. What we can do now is we can click on copy, or copy. Afterwards we click on, right click and paste style, and you see here that this is modifying. So we have already changed the style without clicking on this pen. Go to the style section and change the typography, right? Again, let's do the same for the SEO package. Right click, copy, go to the pricing table here of the SEO, right click and paste style. And you see now we have the same font size. And this is, actually this one small trick here. All right, so this was the first modification. Next, let's go to the pricing and let's see what we can change here. So the pricing itself, let's go for the typography. Let's click on this one and make it a little bit smaller. So for now, let's say we want to go for 20, let's say 23, right? 23 pixels. Again, let's copy it, right click, paste style, and you see that this size of the price is also decreased right now after we have pasted the style, and we will do the same for this one. So paste style, and now the pricing section has been modified. All right, next one. So I think this is a little bit too slow. So this features, let's click on the feature and go to this. So no, we need first to click on the style tab, then go down to the feature list. And now let's see what we want to change here. Let's again click on the typography. Yep, let's click on typography and let's choose, let's say we want to go for 18 pixels. So this is, definitely bigger and it's better to read than this one. So again, right click, copy, paste style. Here we want to do the same, paste style. And what we also want to do is we want to change the text color. let's choose the black one. It's, yeah, black. So you see, this is black, this is gray. Right click, copy, right click, paste style, and you see that this feature list right now is black. Okay. So the last thing is, what I want to do is I want to change the background color of the button. Let's do it. Let's go for the button element. And here we have two different changing opportunities, the normal one and what happens on the hover state. Here on the normal one, I want to choose the red background color. Let's click on the custom or the globus, click on red, and this is what I want to have. But if I hover over this, I have this green color, but I don't want to leave it as green after hovering on it, but I want to have just a different kind of red color. Not the exact same, but it should be a little bit different. Okay, let's see what we can choose here. For example, a little bit lighter. Let's see. Okay, this is not what I want. Maybe a little bit darker. Let's see. Yeah, let's choose this one. Okay, so for now, let's leave it like this. Again, copy, right click, paste style, and again, paste style. And you see that we have right now the same styles for every price table. Okay, so this is what I wanted to achieve. Again, guys, if you want to choose a different color, feel free. This is just a short demonstration for this tutorial, how we can work with the different elements. Now in the next step, let's go ahead and create this contact form. So it will look like this. We have the name, email, subject, and our message. And then what we also want to do is we need to configure everything in the backend. So after submitting the form, we want to receive the message inside our email inbox. Okay, so first let's click on update. And what I've totally forgotten, guys, sorry for this, I've forgotten our to-do list. So let me move it here and let's just see how far we have come. So everything until the FAQ section can be marked as green because it's finished. So let's do it. And sorry again that I've completely forgotten about it. But we can modify it now. Okay, again, as I told you, we have actually come until here, pricing section, not FAQ. So, and now in the next step, let's go for the contact section and the configuration. And before we start building our contact section, we need to do a few modifications in the backend. So let's go back to the WordPress backend, and here we have downloaded in the beginning the contact formula. You can hover over this contact section and click on add new. Here, let's give it a name. Let's say it's contact form 1. And this is actually the default template. For now, let's leave it like this. So here you can change different things. Here we have our name, email, subject, message, and the submit button. Let's just click on save. And then let's go ahead. Okay, so for now, again, click on this plus sign, click on new section. We want to copy our heading, right click, paste, and here let's change the text. Let's name it as contact form. Let's do it. So it's contact form. Again, let's work with the spacing. Put the spacer here. And now we're good to go. All right. So the next step, what we want to do is the following. So let's see what widget we can use. So type in contact. And here you see that we have different contact forms. And this premium contact form 7, so below on the right side, this is actually what we want to have. So drag it and drop it here, right? And this is actually what we need. So for now you see that we see nothing. What we have to do is we need to select our contact form. And as you can remember, a few moments ago, we have created the contact form 1. Let's click on it. And this is actually what we want. This is the default template. And now it's up to us to style it. So let's start with the input and text areas. So what we can do here is we click on fields, right? And for example, you can here play a little bit around with the input field. And I think 100% is okay. Let's leave it like this. Text area will leave or remain the same. Next, for the height, for the input field, let's go for 38, right? So let's decrease it a little bit. And we also want to decrease a little bit this message area because it's just too high or too big. We don't need it like this. So let's go for, let's say 100. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, we can leave it like this. Don't forget to update time to time again. So if your computer crashes, this savings will be won't be lost. Now let's go for the button, right? Let's see, we can change here the width and the height. For the width, let's go by 195. Yep, almost got it. Yep, 195. And for the height, let's see what's good. Yeah, let's go for with this height. Okay, so this is 56 in height and 195 in width. I guess it's okay. And now let's see how what's necessary in order to get this to a different color. Let's go to style, and now we can choose the labels, and let's see what makes most sense. So the default font color is this blue, but we want to replace it with black. For the typography, we go with Montserrat as always, and for the font size, let's go with, let's say 17 pixels. Okay, for me this seems okay. This is good. Let's close it. And now regarding the button, let's also go for the red color, right? Let's click on this globus here, click on red. And now I guess this is okay. Let's leave it like this. And what you also can do here, go for the typography. Again, Montserrat. And if you think this is too small, go ahead and increase the text element inside this button. Let's leave it like this. And here in our pricing table, we have a different red color. This kind of dark red. So let's see what color exactly we have chosen here. Click on this table here, and now let's take a look. Let's go to button, then let's go to hover, and this is actually what we are looking for. So let's copy this hex value. Let's come down, and now let's style this button. So on hover state, we want to have the same background color what I've just copied. So delete the old one, paste in the new one, and this is actually what we want. Okay, so let me update it, and I guess our form is okay. I mean, this is just a simple form. If you want to restyle it, feel free to do so, but for now I will leave it like this. And one thing which I have forgotten regarding the pricing table, I wanted actually to put in one small motion effect. So for example, click on this column here, go to advanced, go to motion effects, and let's go and click fade in left. Let's see what happens. This is what I want. For this one we will do the opposite. Click on edit column, advanced, then we go for motion effects, and here fade in right. So this is what I want. So let's click on update. Let's see what it will look like after we have updated our page. So let's scroll down, and you see when we reach this pricing table, this pricing table will fade in from the left side and this one will fade in from the right side. This is just a small animation. You can play around a little bit, see what you like most, and then go for it. For now I will leave it like this. Alright, our contact form is also ready, at least the styling, and now we need to take care that the messages which we will send will actually reach our mailing inbox. So let's go ahead and configure everything in the backend. Again, we need to go back to the WordPress backend. So let's click here. And now what we have to do is let's scroll down. Let's come to settings. Right, and here is actually everything we need to set up for the general settings. So first, before we proceed, let's just change the site title. Let's write down portfolio website. Okay, and the tagline, let's just remove it. Okay, next. So here you see that at the moment this is our administration email address. But for now, let's say I want to change it. And especially for this tutorial, I've set up another email account. So I will show you right now. So this is my email account for this tutorial. You see this is empty. And this is actually the email address. So let's copy it. Now let's go back to the backend. And we need to replace it with the new one. Right click, paste. Now let's scroll down and click on Save Changes. And you will see that now we have to confirm that this email address is our new administration email address. Let's go back to our email inbox. Let's refresh it. And you see that we have actually received this email right now. So you see it's 2:19 p.m. And this is what we have just received, 2:19. And in this email, we have to click on this link in order to be able to confirm the new administration email address. And now you can see that this was replaced. All right, so let's take just a quick look again in order to double check that at this moment we just have one email inside this inbox, right? So what we want to do next is we go to our preview page. Sorry, let's update it, and now let's go or scroll down to the contact form, and let's provide our name, our email, subject, and the message itself. And now I see that I have to change the input color. I forgot to do this, but we can do it easily after we have submitted this contact form itself. Let's say we say tutorial@gmx.com. The subject is hello, and the message itself is hi, what's up? Okay, so this is actually what we want to submit. Let's click on submit. And now you see we have the success message. Thank you for your message. It has been sent. All right, now let's go back to our email input. Let's click on reload this page. And let's see, voila, we have received our new email. So right now it's 2:22 p.m. and this is what we have received a few seconds ago. Let's open it. So the subject is hello. We have received this email from tutorial@gmx.com and the message is what's up. That means, guys, our contact form is working properly. And let's say you want, for example, to change this success message. You can do it also within the WordPress backend. So here we need to click again on contact. Now let's choose our contact form. Go to go to messages, and you see that now this is our success message. Thank you for your message. Sorry, it has been sent. And inside this box here, you see that you can change it, right? Let's say you want to say, thank you very much. Our team will reach out to you as soon as possible. Okay, so this will be our new success message. Let's try it out. Let's go to the site, refresh it, and now let's do just everything again. So now I will do it a little bit faster, and then let's see if this works. Okay, let's click on submit, and you see that now we have our new success message. Thank you very much. Our team will reach out to you as soon as possible. Let's make a quick double check, and we also have received our latest message. All right, I would say the contact form is almost ready. We need to modify the typing because this blue just doesn't fit. Let's do it quickly, and afterwards we can go for the Google Maps. So let's just scroll down until we reach labels. Click on labels, and here input typography. Let's go for the black color. Choose again Montserrat. Now let's take a look. This is a little bit too big. Let's decrease the weight. Let's say it's 400, and yeah, I guess it's okay. So let's leave it like this. Click on update, and now our contact form should be fine. All right, so let me just quickly clear everything, and then we can proceed. So, but before we proceed, let's just mark this one as green, and now let's go ahead and insert the Google Maps. Okay, so this will be actually a very simple task. Let's go to the widgets. Now let's choose the Google Maps, drag it. Let's see. No, actually I want to drag it inside a new section. So let's create one new section. Go for the widgets again, Google Maps, and let's just paste it here. Okay, so now we see that we have our Google Maps here. And you can play around a little bit. So for example, let's say you want to have this, for example, here in the content width, you don't want to have it as boxed, but as the full width. Let's click on full width, and you see that this will be a little bit bigger. And let's say that our agency is located in Berlin, so we need to change the location itself. Let's do it. So let's find where we can change it. So click on this pen, then go to content. Let's remove the default location, and let's say that our agency is located inside the Alexanderplatz in Berlin. So let's go ahead and write it down, Alexanderplatz, Berlin. And let's see if this works, and voila, right now we have a new location inside our Google Maps. So here we can play a little bit around with the zoom in, zoom out if you like to. For now I will leave everything as it is. We have also different kind of styling opportunities, right? You can do whatever you want to do here, but again, I don't think this is necessary right now for our tutorial. Okay, I think the default was this one. Let's click on update, and this was actually the very quick overview how to insert Google Maps. Okay, let's mark it as green, and now in the next step, let's create our logo. So for simplicity reason, I will just use this simple logo here. I have actually already created it on my computer, but I will walk you guys through the steps how a simple logo creation can look like. Actually, you can take yeah, whatever picture you want to, but for those of you who are interested how to create this simple logo, yeah, be with me and I will show you. So let's go to Google, and now let's search for logo creation. Yeah, logo creation or Creator Online. And this is actually the website which I used. Again, this is just a simple logo. Let me show you again the finished version. So where is my website? Give me 1 second. So it's this one. And oh wait, so this is the finished website, and this is the logo which I've created. Right, it's a very simple one. Again, you don't have to do it. You can choose whatever you want. But for those of you who are interested, I want to show you. Okay, so let's click on this link. And now, yep, this is already in English. This is fine. Here they are asking us for our company name. Let's type in Premium Agency, and here we can choose between different categories. Let's go for computer. Click on let's start or get started, sorry. And now let's just scroll down a little bit and let's see what here. Here, this is the logo which I've chosen, and the only thing what I've changed is the color itself. So now what we can do is let's change the color. So we have two texts, so text 1, text 2. Let's make it red. So let's just go ahead with the red color here. So let's go for the hex code FF 4x0. Let's copy it, click on apply. And the same we want to have for the text number 2. Click on color, hex code, paste, click on apply, and we also can change this color here. Right, let's see. Yep, I guess this is what we want, so let's go with this one. And afterwards, if you say, okay, my logo is done, I want to use it for my website, click on download. And in the next step, they ask you if you want the free version or the paid version. Click on the free version, download. Here you can just type in whatever you want, and then click on okay, it's invalid, obviously. gmx.com, download my logo, and now let's go ahead and you see that this is actually downloading. So let's click on the X symbol here, and this is our logo. It was downloaded already. Let's take a look, and voila, this is what we want to have. Alright, so this was the simple step of the logo creation. Make sure you save this logo. Afterwards you can close this website, go to the to-do list. Logo creation is actually finished, and now let's go ahead, create our menu, and inside the menu we will actually insert our new customized logo. Alright, so now let's go ahead and create our menu. So for this we need to start inside the backend. So let's go and take a look where the menu is. So it's underneath the appearance. So let's go ahead and click on menus. Afterwards we need to create a new menu. Let's see, so it's here. Let's say it's menu 1, right? And we want to have it as primary and as the footer menu, right? This is step number 1. Then you can click on create menu, right? And then in the next step, what we want to do, we want to click on custom links. And now let's go ahead and create the menu points. So first we start with the home, right? So here link text is what you will see yeah, so in the menu area, and the URL is just a hash, and let's name it as home. So that's it. Click on add menu. Then next, what we want to have is the about section. Again, hash about, and as a link text, let's write down about, add to menu. Next one is the portfolio, right? So portfolio, and excuse me, so in the background something crazy is going on in Frankfurt, so I will pause this video for a second. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I just had to close the window because sometimes crazy things happen here in Frankfurt where I'm located at the moment. Okay, so let's proceed. Link text is portfolio, add to menu. Next one is the FAQ, FAQ, and FAQ as the link text. Afterwards we have our pricing, add to menu, and finally we have the contact section, contact. Okay, let's make a short double check. Home, about, portfolio, FAQ, pricing, contact. It seems to be correct. Click on save menu, and now our menu structure is actually done and we can proceed. Let's go back to the Elementor navigation. So it's this one, and we can start creating our menu just at the bottom, and then we will move it to the top. So click on the plus sign. Now we want to choose this section, right? So the right one we will use for the menu itself, the left one for our logo, but you will see everything in a few moments. So what we want to do now is click on the plus sign, go to the widgets, search for menu, and now we need to work with this one. So it's the navigation menu, drop it here, and in the next step we want to choose the menu one. This is actually the menu which we have created a few seconds ago. Click on this one. All right, and now you see that we have actually the structure, and we don't want to have it like this. But before I start modifying everything, I will put everything on the top where it's actually, or where it actually belongs to. So we want to have it here. And now in the next step, let's start modifying everything. And the first thing what we want to do is we want to resize the areas. So the menu area should be bigger than the logo area on the left side. Let's just leave it like this. Okay, so on the left side we have around between 35 and 36%, and on the right side between, or let's say on the left side we have exactly 36%, on the right side we have exactly 64%. And now in the next step we want to align the items inside one single line, and therefore we need to use a little bit of custom CSS. So I will promise you it won't be a lot of CSS, it's just a little bit. So as you can remember, in the very beginning of the tutorial we have downloaded or installed a few plugins, and one of the plugins was the custom CSS and JS. Let's click on this, and now we want to click on add CSS code. Let's give it a name and name it CSS file. So it's CSS file. And then in the next step, what we need to do is we need to, so here I have this Elementor interface, and this window is actually the preview. So let's go inside this preview area, right click, inspect, and this is actually what's called the DevTools, right? What we need to do is we need to inspect on this menu here, and you will see that here we can work with this ID. So this ID is menu dash menu 1. Let's copy it, go back to our so 1 second, to our backend. So this is the CSS code area, and I will just paste it here. So in order to target an ID, we need to work with the hash symbol. And if you are interested in a little bit of CSS, let me guys know please in the comment section. And yeah, maybe I will just shoot another video where I explain the basics of CSS. But for now, actually, you can just follow along, and it's not a lot of code. So for now, what we need to do is we want to display everything in the inline block. So let's do it. Now don't forget the semicolon. Click on publish. Now let's go to the preview page. Click on refresh. And actually nothing happened. This was my mistake. I know actually what I have done wrong. So let me just show you quickly. Inside this menu-menu1 ID, I want to target the list elements. And you see the list elements has the li tags, right? And I need to target them in order to get everything to be affected. And finally, we need to have everything aligned in one single line. So this was actually my mistake. I will just quickly correct it. So it's menu-menu1. And let me just add here the li, update everything, and now let's see if we could correct the mistake. Let's refresh this page, and now we see that for now this works fine. Okay, afterwards we want to increase a little bit the margin, so the spacing between these elements here, and we want to have this let's change the color and use the white color for now. Let's do it. And if we want to do this, we need to tag the A tag actually. So let me show you what I mean by that. Again, right click inspect, and inside this ID menu-menu1 we have this list elements, and if you click on this arrow you see that we have this A tag, right? And now we need to tag this one. That means we can use what we have mentioned here. So dash menu-menu1 li. Let me just copy it and paste it here, and then we need to add an A for the A tag. And here what we want to do is we have the margin left. Let's say we go for 30 pixels. And since the background for now is white, and if I will use the white color, we won't see anything, because this is why for now I will leave it like this. But I want to update everything, and you will see that now after refreshing we will have more spacing between these elements. So let me just update it, and you see that now, as I told you, we have a little bit more space. Okay, this is what we want. In the next step, let's see what we can do here. What we want to do now is, if we scroll down, you see that this menu will be at the top, and it's actually not fixed. Let me just show you the finished project. And inside this finished project, so let me just find this window very quickly. What we actually want to have is this kind of menu, right, which is fixed at the top. And now let's see how we can get to this step. What we have to do now is we need to go to this section. Afterwards, let's go to the advanced tab, and we need to give this section here a class. Let's say this will be our top menu. So it's top dash menu. This is actually our custom CSS class. Let's call it this way. So let's update everything. Now let's go back to our CSS file. let's target our top menu. Again, every time you choose the ID, when you work with CSS, you go for the hash, and every time you work with the classes, you go with just a dot or a point. But again, guys, if you're not interested in CSS, you don't have to remember. If you are interested, let me know, and I will make a different video where I explain all the basics. Okay, for now it's top menu, and what we want to have is a fixed position. So let's go for the position fixed, and now let's see what happens. So click on update. Let's refresh this page, and you see that nothing happened. So actually something happened. Our section disappeared, and this is actually the default when we just use the position fixed. What we have to do now is we need to go for the Z index. So Z index, write here a 1, end it with a semicolon, click on update. Now let's see what happens now. Okay, it appears again, but this is not where we want everything to have. This is why we need to do one last thing. We need to go and type in the width, and we want to have a width of 100%. So let's update everything again, update or refresh this page, and this is actually where we want to have our menu. And now we can go ahead and change the color to the white color, and then we should be fine. Okay, let's do it. We need to target the li with the a tag. So let's write color is white. Let's take a look. Update. Let's update this page. Okay, this is actually what we want. And now we can play a little bit around. So for example, if we hover over this menu, we want to have this in red color. Let's do it. So on default it's white, and when we hover over it, we want it to be red. So let's do it right now. Let me just copy this line here, paste it underneath, right? Go for the hover element, right? And the color will be red. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's click on update, and now let's see what happens. So let's update this page, and now when we hover over our menu, everything becomes red. Okay, this is actually what we wanted to have. And now in the next step, I want to align the menu itself a little bit on the right, a little bit more on the right side. And let's see how we can manage it. As a quick reminder, so here let's go and click for right click inspect, and this is what we want to target. So it's menu 1. Again, double click, copy it, go back to the CSS file, and let's do it directly as our first line of code here. Okay, menu 1, it's an ID. This is why we need to work with the hash, and we want to align everything on the right side. So it's text align, it's right. Click on update. Click on update inside this preview page, and you see that now this is a little bit more on the right side. This is actually what we want to have. And now let's take care for the logo itself. Okay, so let's just update this page too. So give it a second. Okay, this is what we want to see. Click on plus, and then we need to use the image widget. Drag and drop it here. And now let's choose the image. And as you can remember, a few minutes ago, we have created our logo. And for now, let's just drag it inside this media file, right? Click on insert, and this is our logo. So let's just adjust it a little bit, make this a little bit smaller, and afterwards we can proceed and see what's missing inside our menu element. Alright, so let's just make this a little bit smaller. Click on the pen, go for the max width, and here you can change the size of the logo. Let's say we want to have it 42. Let's go for 42%. Now in the next step, let's click on the column, and here we want to change the horizontal line to center. Okay, it's the vertical line to the middle. This is what we want to have. Okay, so now it's aligned in the middle, and let's click on update. And now we should be actually good to go. Let's click on preview changes. Okay, this site is refreshing, and this is what we want to have right now. So this menu is not ready yet, but you see it's fixed, right? And we have our simple logo, and on the right side we have our menu elements. And now what we want to achieve is, let's say we click on About, and we want to be directed here to the About section, and we want to remove these dotted lines which are outside this this About. Okay, let's see how we can manage it. Let's go back to our Elementor interface, and here we start with the About Us section. Click on the section itself, go to the Advanced tab, and now we need to work with the CSS ID. So here we want to write down pricing. Then next, this is our portfolio. Again, click on the section, Advanced, CSS ID, portfolio. Right, next one, same thing, Advanced, CSS ID, FAQ. Let's go down, click on section. This is our pricing. Scroll down. This is our contact, and now this is fine. Okay, let's update everything, and let's see if this works. Okay, let's refresh this page, and let's see. Okay, and somehow it does not work. Okay, portfolio works, but About is not working. Let's see if the remaining stuff works. Pricing. Okay, I think I have messed something up. Let's take a look again. So what we need to do now is let's go back to the backend, and let's take a look again on our menu. So first, the CSS file is already updated. Let's update it again. Now to the appearance, to the menu, and let's see if I've messed up something here. So this looks actually okay. This is also looking okay. Okay. Back to the interface itself. Let's see what I have messed up. So click on section, Advanced, and here I've written pricing. This should be actually About, sorry. I need to be more concentrated. So click on update. Okay, now let's take a look again. About is working, portfolio is working, FAQ, pricing, contact. Okay, so the menu elements are working, and this is actually what I also wanted to show you. So when we create this menu, we have this URL sections, and this is where we want to direct after we click, for example, portfolio, right? So first of all, we need to say, okay, if we click on portfolio, where do I want to be navigated to? And this navigation you can set up by choosing a section, go to the Advanced tab, and then this CSS ID, you need to give it an ID where you want to be navigated to. So this CSS ID should match this ID, which is here, for example, right? I hope this makes sense. If my explanation was bad, let me know and I will try to explain it to you again. All right, so the navigation is fine. What we need to do now is we need to work with the background. So let me just show you again the finished version of this project here. So this is the finished version. If we scroll down, you see we have a black background, and we also don't have this dotted elements when we click on something here. Okay, let's see how we can manage it. So first, let's get rid of this dotted stuff, because it's quite ugly, right? So if you click here, we see this dotted lines here, or the dotted points, whatever. Let's get rid of it. And what we can do is we need to work with the A tags, right? So let me just show you what I mean by that. So inside the backend, let's go to custom CSS. Let's open it. And you see that here we have worked with the A tags. For example, when we choose the menu 1 or menu 1 ID, the list element and the A tag, what we need to do now is we need to tell CSS what should happen when the A tag is focused. Focused means I click on this and then it's focused, right? And now we need to say, okay, when it's focused, I don't want to have this dotted points. Let's do it. It's actually, this line of code is quite simple. So it's A, and then we need to write down, not hover, but focus. So A, focus, and then outline is 0, right? You can end it with a semicolon. Click on update. Let's go back to our preview page, update it, refresh it, and now you see if we click on about, we don't have this dotted elements anymore. All right, guys. Now in the next step, we want to take a look how to get to this black background, and therefore we need to use a little bit of JavaScript. Again, this will be just a small portion of JavaScript, and let's just jump directly into it. So let's go again back to the backend. Click on custom CSS and JS, and here we need to click on custom JS. Okay, so this is actually it. And now I will just insert a short snippet of code. Again, because I don't want to go too much in depth in CSS or JavaScript, it's just show you how this can work. And after I have pasted this short snippet, I will explain you what happened in the background. Okay, so let me just copy it, paste it here. And now what this short snippet of code mean is, if we scroll down more than 70 pixels along the vertical axis, we will receive a background color of RGB 000, and the alpha, so RGBA, the A stands for alpha, it's the opacity. The opacity will be 0.7. Otherwise, if we are on the top, that means we don't scroll at all, right? We will have the opacity of 0. Actually, again, this 0.0.0, this is the black color. Here it's the same. And the only difference between the two is if we scroll down more than 70 pixels, then we will have an opacity of 0.7. And if we don't scroll at all, that means we don't have an opacity. So the opacity is 0 and we don't see any black background. So let me just publish it, update our preview page. So, and let's take a look how this is looking like. So again, let's go ahead, scroll down, And you see, the moment I bypass the 70 pixels, we have this black background with the opacity of 0.7. For example, in order to get a better feeling, let's say I change the opacity to 0.3. Let's see what happens. Let's click on update. Let's update or refresh also this page. And now let's scroll down here, and you see that we again have an opacity, but now the opacity is 0.3. And yep, this is actually it. So let's go back and provide the opacity of 0.7. Click on update. And again, guys, if you say that my explanation was not sufficient, let me please know, and I will try to explain it to you again. But for now, again, at this moment, at this stage, we haven't scrolled at all, and the opacity is 0. That means we don't have a black background at all. The moment we start scrolling down, we have this black background with the opacity of 0.7. So this is actually it. This is actually it. And yep, I don't know what I have to or what I can add here. Let me know if this is understandable. And from here, you can navigate wherever you want to. So let's click on pricing. You are here. Let's click on portfolio. We see our portfolio. Let's click on the about page, and we will be here. Right, so this is actually it. This is our menu. All right, so for now the menu is actually it's done. The next step, what we want to do is we need to take care for the footer. Now let's go back to our Elementor overview, and here underneath this Google Maps we can create a new section. Now let's take this one with 3 columns. And this section, we also want to have a background color of black. So that means let's go ahead and choose this edit section here. Afterwards, let's go to advanced. Oh no, sorry, it's style. And this background here, we want to choose the black color. So let's click on the globals. Let's click on black, and this is what we want to have. Now we can actually resize everything, and so let me show you what I mean by that. We can play a little bit around here with the size itself. What we want to do is, let's say we want to go for 25, 50 and 25%. So okay, and here let's go for 50%, and let's see if this works or if we need to modify something. So the middle part we will use for our footer, so for our navigation menu again. So let's click on the widgets, then let's go for the menu, the navigation menu, drop it here. And for now we need to choose again our menu 1. This is what we have. Let's see what we can do here. Let's make this a little bit bigger, so it doesn't matter so much. So let's go for let's say 20% here. Give me 1 second. Let's say 20%, 55. Yeah, I guess this should be okay. Okay, let's click on update. Let's click on our preview page. Refresh this page. Go all the way down. And you see it looks like crap. So that means we need to do a few modifications, and let's see why we don't see this overview here. And after we reload this Elementor overview page, can just scroll down, and now you see that on this window it's also messed up. Okay, so let me just show you why this is happening. So let's go right click inspect. And now we see that we have a different ID. So it's menu 1, and then we have -1. So again, when we worked with the CSS, just show you. So now I went back to the backend of WordPress. Let's go to the CSS file. And now you see that here we have targeted the menu 1. menu 1 li, and so on and so forth. But now, after we've created this footer section, things started being differently. So let me just find it. And now we have this menu 1. But the good or the positive side of it is that everything else is remaining the same. That means we have underneath this UL, so this is the unordered list. Underneath the UL we have the li tag, so the list tag, and underneath this li tag we have our anchor tag. That means the only difference here is the menu 1-1. Okay, so what I can do now is, so actually you have different kind of possibilities. What I will do now in this tutorial, I will copy this ID. Let's copy it, go back to our CSS file, and now I want to target this menu-1-1. So let me show you what I mean by that. So for example, here we want to have this text aligned on the right side for the ID menu-1. The same I want to have for menu-1-1. Let me just provide here a #2, and this means that this text will be aligned on the right side for this ID and also for this ID. I hope this explanation was yeah, kind of okay. And I will do the same steps for the remaining parts. Again, guys, if everything is not clearly 100%, let me know and I will try to explain it to you again. For now, let me just do these steps again. So menu-1, and then we go for the li. The same here. So put a comma here, paste the menu-1. I actually hate to pronounce it. menu-1-1. But okay, so let's nevertheless let's go ahead. Maybe next time I need to choose a different name here. All right, and the hover effect, when we hover over the menu items, we want to convert this color to red, and we want also to this stuff to be affected on the footer, not just the header elements. Okay, let's do it. So it's menu-1-1, li a, and then hover red. So, and for now we should be good to go. Let's click on update. Let's also update this page, and let's see, everything should work fine so far. And for now we have also our menu inside this footer area. For example, if I click on about, we will be directed to the about section, FAQ, and so on and so forth. So you see that this menu at the top behaves the exact same way as the menu, the menu at the bottom behaves the exact same way as the menu at the top. Okay, and again, the only little difference is that after we've created our menu, inside this footer bar, we have this different ID. The other attributes are actually, yeah, the same. Again, if you have any kind of questions related to this topic, please directly let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I will try to explain it in a different manner. For now, let's go ahead, and what we need to do is we need to insert our logo on the left side. Let's do it. First, let's refresh this Elementor overview page. And then let's scroll down. Right, and here we want to have our logo. So let's drag this image here, choose an image. And now our logo is here. So you can play a little bit around again, make it smaller, bigger, and so on and so forth. I guess for simplicity reasons, for now we should be fine. And the very last step inside this footer section, what I want to do is I want to mention the copyright symbol. So let me just use this heading widget. I will drag it right here. And for now, let's change the, let's say from H2, change it to H6, align it in the center. Change the color. Let's go for the white color. So should be actually white. I don't know why it's gray or something is right now a little bit buggy. Let's take a look and update this page. Or maybe I've lost my internet connection. Okay, connection lost. Okay, give me a few seconds, I will reconnect it again. Okay, I guess I have reconnected. So now let's just refresh this page. Let's see what happens. Okay, let me just move to the bottom. Okay, so now we have this white bottom text. Let's change it. Click on the pen. And now let's go ahead and provide this copyright symbol here. Let's write down 221. And from the internet, I will just copy this symbol. So it's copy, paste, and then premium agency, right? So for example, for you to show how to copy this, copy right symbol, right? And here you can just go ahead, copy this and insert it here like I did before. Okay, so this is actually it. Let's update this page. And this looks actually good. So the last thing what I want to do now, so first let's mark this as green. Our footer is ready to go. And actually what I've forgotten right now is I didn't tag the home. This came just to my mind. If I click on home, right, nothing happens because we didn't tag home in the very first place. Was my mistake, but now I will do this. So let's click on navigator, and then we need to go for the second section. This is our home area, right? Let's click on advanced, and inside this CSS ID I will provide home. Let's click on update. All right, so let's go down, close this navigator, and now if I click on home, I will land at the very top. Okay, so everything seems to work fine. Let me just, okay, this is already marked as green. And the last step is to change this favicon. Let's go for it. So first let me show you what I mean by favicon. This is actually this tiny picture on the left side of this window, of this tab, and we can easily change this default picture by clicking on this menu here on the left side. Then let's go for the site settings, then for the site identity, and here we have this option to change the site favicon. And for now, let's go ahead and just work with this simple icon, and I don't want to have this text element inside our favicon. What I can do now is, let me just open this folder here, and I click on this logo. Then I will use this snipping tool, right? Let me just use the snipping tool. So 1 second, I will close everything. Again, I search for the snipping tool. Then I want to mark or to select this small icon here. And now let's save it. Save as, let's say, favicon new. Okay, let's click on save. Now let's take a look, and it's this one, right? Favicon new. We want to use this small icon here. All right. So back to our Elementor site favicon. Let's go for choose image. And actually I've already pasted it here. Let me just delete it and show it to you again. Delete permanently. Now I take our new favicon or favicon new. I will drag it inside this media area. And now I click on insert. Right? Finally, let's click on update. And let's see how this looks like. So this site was refreshed. And now our fav icon looks like this. Okay, so this is actually it, guys. All right, let's take a look again on the whole project. Start scrolling down. Okay. All right. Everything looks like it should look like. Okay, all right. Let's navigate through this menu here. Okay, this looks good. All right. Contact form, okay. It's all right. And yeah, so this is actually the project. Guys, thank you very, very much for taking your time, for listening to me, to following me along. If you have any kind of questions, again, please refer to me and I will try to answer as many questions as possible. Thank you very much again. Take care, stay safe, and I see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.